TMJ4, this is breaking news.
These vehicle rammings are domestic acts of terrorism.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that's
the mayor of Minneapolis pushing back on the narrative from DHS head Kristi Noem that an ICE agent shot and killed a woman in self-defense. Homeland Security says the ICE agent killed the woman because she allegedly tried to run over agents with her vehicle. The incident sparked protests not just in Minneapolis, but also here in Milwaukee. We do want to warn you, some video we're going to show you as part of this story is hard to watch. Our chief political reporter Charles Benson joining us live from outside the ICE field office here in Milwaukee, that is on Knapp Street. Charles says the latest from there.
Steve, this demonstration protest just getting underway. It was set to start at 5 o'clock. You can already see several dozen of folks have gathered here outside of this field office, ICE office in downtown Milwaukee. I'm going to step away. You can see just the crowd that has gathered here. All of this in response to that ICE shooting in Minneapolis that left a woman dead. Now, Voces de la Frontera out in front of this demonstration. They're a longtime community-based advocate and immigrant right organization here in Milwaukee. I'll tell you a little bit more about this, but I first want to tell you about the events that are happening in Minneapolis. Let's go to CNN's Sherelle Hubbard with more.
Video captures the moments leading up to the deadly encounter. A woman in her vehicle blocking the road as a federal officer approaches the car. She starts to drive away. Shots were fired and the car then crashed on the side of the road.
No! Shit!
The Department of Homeland Security said in a statement, quote, violent rioters weaponized a vehicle. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said separately the woman attacked ICE officers with her car.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit.
The mayor and Minneapolis residents expressing outrage, refuting DHS's claim that they acted in self-defense.
It does not appear aggressive to me. I think that if they felt like they were in any danger, they could have stepped 2 feet backwards. I think, in my opinion, that this was an unnecessary use of force in a reaction to imagined danger.
The agents are conducting, quote, targeted operations in the city, but the police chief says there's no indication the victim was the target of a law enforcement investigation.
To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
All right, Sherelle, thank you. And the events in Minneapolis come after the Trump administration deployed 2,000 federal agents in what's being described as the largest immigration operation ever. That's according to ICE. You can hear behind me that the demonstration here is getting louder and more people are showing up at this demonstration set up by Voces de la Frontera. They are too concerned about ICE actions, not only in Minneapolis today, but around the country. You can see some of the signs here that say sanctuary cities now, the concern about ICE presence in Milwaukee or in other cities. And so they're speaking out about what they're seeing happening in these cities when ICE officials show up in places like Minneapolis or Chicago. I had a chance to talk with Christine, who is the leader of Voces, about what her concerns are and her initial reaction to the events happening in Minneapolis. Here's what she told me.
The murder of this immigrant rights activist has sent shockwaves in Wisconsin and across the country. And we felt the urgency to turn out and protest because, we cannot be silent while ICE agents who are running these militarized operations murder with impunity people who are asserting their constitutional rights to peacefully protest.
And of course, an investigation underway into the exact details of what happened in that situation in Minneapolis. And so we have no information just yet on where that investigation might lead. But we do know that Milwaukee's Mayor Cavalier Johnson did release a statement within the hour saying, quote, "I have seen the video of today's shooting in Minneapolis, and it is disturbing. A thorough and independent investigation is needed." He goes on to say, quote, "I encourage everyone to show restraint, including federal agents and those exercising their constitutional protected rights to demonstrate." This demonstration, Steve, just underway here, and we'll stand by, give you an update on what is becoming now a growing concern here in Milwaukee about the events in Minneapolis. For now, we're live in downtown Milwaukee. Charles Benson, TMJ4 News.
All right, Charles, thank you.